Children today may soon find themselves in a world where the United States no longer leads in innovation. Studies indicate American students rank 21st in the world for science and 25th in math. Dr. Steve Tozer, a professor of educational policy studies at University of Illinois at Chicago, examines the dysfunction of American education.
The rest of the world has really organized itself for academic success in a way that we have not.
Tozer points out that the U.S. is the only major industrial nation without national standards for curriculum and assessment.
So the consequence of that is that each state sets its own rules, and most states, 47 out of 50 states, have set the assessment bar far lower than the national standards that previously were used.
Dr. Charles Whelan from the University of Chicago and author of Naked Economics, Undressing the Dismal Science, examines the economic impact of education levels.
Human capital is probably the best predictor of life success of anything that we've got.
In other words, education levels determine future outcomes.
It does concern me a lot that, having just told you how important human capital is, that the United States, which was first in the world in the proportion of people who are college graduates for 100 and some years, has fallen to 12th in relatively short order. I've just told you that high school dropouts do worse than ever before. It's never been a great life, but now it's really financial suicide if you drop out of high school.
Tozer explains that the failure to improve American education, particularly for those of lower economic status, will have serious consequences.
The cost that our failure to educate them puts on the system as a whole is just extraordinary. In terms of welfare costs, in terms of medical costs, in terms of prison costs, it ends up costing everybody. It ends up wasting society's wealth.
One school, Nettlehorst Elementary, is teaming up with graduate students from Northwestern University to create a new program aimed at getting kids excited about science.
Brain Awareness Week is this global initiative run by a foundation called the Dana Foundation, and it's to bring awareness of brains, brain research, and what our brains can do for us and why they're important.
The goal is to use hands-on learning techniques to create a relationship with science that is lasting and meaningful.
I think it's a responsibility, a really important responsibility for scientists to educate the community, give back to people who foster these same sorts of interests.
From Medill North Side, this is Jeff Beck and Steve Louie.